The next day, when I moved into my new house and told them I'd stop paying the bills, they turned pale because he said it loud enough for the entire table to hear. The clinking of forks stopped. My mother lowered her glass mid-sip. My brothers smirked like they'd been waiting for the punchline. I forced a smile. My father leaned back in his chair, pride swelling in his chest, as if humiliating me was his toast to my future. Old enough to graduate, he laughed, old enough to pay rent or get out. My brothers chuckled. My mother avoided my eyes. I didn't flinch. I cut another piece of steak, chewed slowly, and nodded. The silence that followed felt like victory for him. But that silence was mine. I used to think fathers protected their children. Mine measured my worth in utility bills. When I was 12, I heard him tell my mother, "At least the boys will carry the family name. She'll just be an expense." That day, something hardened in me. While my brothers played, I worked. Babysitting, tutoring, stocking shelves at midnight. Every dollar was a brick in the wall I was building between me and him. They thought I was just the quiet daughter in the corner. What I really was preparing. By 17, I was the one covering half the house's bills. Electricity, gas, even groceries when Dad's business ventures ran dry. No one thanked me. But I kept the lights on. Literally. When I walked across that stage at graduation, diploma in hand, I didn't feel pride. I felt release. Because behind the smiles, I'd already signed papers no one knew about. The next morning, while my father drank coffee at the chipped kitchen table, I loaded the last box into my car. He didn't even look up. "You'll be back when rent's due," he muttered. I almost laughed. The truth was simple. Every bill, every service, every account in that house was under my name. The internet, the water, the electricity, even the streaming services my brothers wasted hours on. I wasn't just paying, I was the owner. The day I moved into my new house, a house I bought in cash from the savings they never knew I had, I made 3 phone calls. One to the electric company, one to the gas supplier, one to the bank. Service terminated. Automatic payments canceled. I didn't shout, I didn't slam doors, I just withdrew. That evening, I stopped by the old house, keys still in my pocket. My family sat around the living room, shadows flickering across their faces. The power had been cut an hour earlier. My brothers were fanning themselves in the humid air, phones already dead. My mother stared at the dark TV like it had betrayed her. Dad barked at me the second I walked in. "Fix it! Call the company! Pay the damn bill!" I set my keys on the table. Calm. "No." His face reddened. "What do you mean, no?" I met his eyes for the first time that night. "I mean, I won't be paying anything anymore. It's not my house, not my responsibility. I've moved out." Silence. Heavy, suffocating. Then my youngest nephew, sitting on the floor with his half-charged tablet, gasped. "Mom, Aunt Sarah's on Forbes." All heads turned. He held up the screen, its blue light glowing in the dark room. My face stared back from an article. "Local investor makes national list." Forbes, billionaire list. Right beneath my photo was the number they couldn't comprehend. The room froze. My brothers leaned forward, mouths open. My mother's hands shook. And my father's laugh, his mocking, hollow laugh, died in his throat. "You?" he stammered. That's a mistake, some kind of error." I tilted my head. "No. It's what happens when you stop being an expense and start being the one who owns the table everyone eats from." They didn't know about the startup I'd invested in 4 years earlier. They didn't know about the stocks I traded while they mocked me for wasting time on spreadsheets. They didn't know that every bill I paid in their house had been part of a bigger plan to control what they thought they owned. And now they had nothing. No lights, no water, no power, not even the illusion of control. Dad slammed his fist against the table. "You owe this family." I stood. "No, you owed me. For years you let me carry you. Now you'll learn what it feels like when the crutch is gone." I walked to the door. My brothers didn't move. My mother whispered my name, fragile like a prayer. I didn't turn back. "I'll send someone tomorrow," I said. "Not to pay your bills, to change the locks. The house is under foreclosure. Papers went through this morning." The sound of his breath catching, that was the sweetest gift he'd ever given me. Outside, the night was quiet. My car waited, engine humming softly. I didn't cry. I didn't smile. I just drove away, the glow of my new house on the horizon. Freedom in the shape of bricks I'd bought with my own hands.